Welcome to the first week of my internship. We're going to start with fish keeping. So this is my fish Lou. It's short for King Louie. He's a green spotted puffer fish, and right now he's about 1 inch long, but he's going to get to be like 6 inches. He's really cute to watch, and he's really active fish, and here I am preparing his food. He eats meaty foods like bloodworms, brine shrimp, those are bloodworms, and also snails. So here he is, he's gonna gobble them up. And here I am cleaning the tank for the first time. This is using a gravel vacuum, so it's gonna get all the poop and food that he didn't eat out of the gravel, but I think that I took way too much water out of the tank. This is my first time doing this. And I'm just taking out all the decorations so that I can get everywhere in the gravel. So I'm gonna put the decorations back in a different arrangement so he can be mentally stimulated. And here's the dirty water. And here is some dechlorinator that I have to put in the new water. And I'm also gonna put some Safe Start, which is the bacteria that they get from the nitrogen cycle, so I don't have to wait for the water to go through that cycle, which takes a few weeks. So I tried putting the water back in the tank using the vacuum, but it didn't really work, so I just used a bucket. And I filled it all the way to the top because I noticed that it evaporated a lot last time. Here I am just making it look nice, and I'm gonna put the lid back on, turn on the lights, and that's it. So now I'm gonna show you my beekeeping. So this is my dad starting a light in the smoker, and the smoke helps sedate the bees so that we can get into the hive much easier. This doesn't hurt the bees at all, it just makes it a little bit easier, and I just sprayed them with some sugar water, which will also sedate them. So what we have to do is take out the frames one by one and check that they're making progress in the hive, and this hive is like 2 weeks old, so we should see some combs being drawn out and some pollen being stored and maybe some larvae, but we didn't see any this time, so hopefully next week we will see it. And the dark spots are where they store the pollen. So we just have to check each frame very carefully. And we wear gloves and a veil to protect us from stings. And this top part is the feeder, and it contains sugar water, which is for the bees to eat in case they don't have enough to pollinate. So we just replenish that once a week as well. And here are a bunch of bees, and if you can see the little yellow spots on that bee's legs, that's how they carry their pollen. They store it in these little glands in their legs. So now we're just gonna put the top back on, and that's it. That's what a hive check looks like. And our bees have a lot of flowers to pollinate, and we even noticed that this year, in the 2 weeks alone we've had them, we have a lot more flowers blooming in our backyard. And it's really important to keep bees and to make sure bees are alive in our area, because they are responsible for literally all of our food, and everything that grows, they have to pollinate for it to grow. So here are just a bunch of flowers in my backyard, and this garden is going to have a lot of flowers in the next few days and weeks.